Well, meanwhile, Trump's second travel ban has run into legal trouble. Judges in Hawaii and Maryland have blocked the order from coming into force. The ban affects people from 6 mainly Muslim nations. Both judges questioning the legality of the ban, which critics say is discriminatory. Trump has complained of unprecedented judicial overreach. Well, to talk a bit more about that, I'm joined by legal expert Eric Lisann. He's with us from Washington. Eric, what is it specifically that judges don't like about this second ban?
Hello, Laura. The judges in this case, well, there have been 2 that have now issued fairly extensive opinions in the last 24 hours. They find that it is, based on the president's statements, discriminatory against Muslims such that it violates what's called the Establishment Clause, that is the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. And they have quite simply gone right to the merits of the case. So there are some legal questions about whether they can do that, but they've examined it and they've said, look, based on what the context is here, what the president has said, on what his surrogates have said, what his advisors have said, and the lack of a really coherent rationale other than discrimination for this, we feel that this is in violation of this Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, which prohibits favoring one religion over another and conversely prohibits disfavoring a religion. So it's a real slapdown for the president and his current protestations to the contrary in that respect.
So what will happen now, Eric? Will Trump, as he has promised to do so, take this to the Supreme Court?
Yes, it seems, based on everything he said, based on his personality and what we've seen, he probably will ultimately do that. And it's not to say that he's got no chance of success. There is, these are fairly unsettled areas of law in a number of ways. So these particular judges are the very first level of judges. They're called trial judges, United States District Court judges. One was in the Ninth Circuit, which is out west, one which is in the Fourth Circuit, which is in the Mid-Atlantic, that have looked at it. But these are just opening salvos. It then goes up to the courts of appeal, and the various courts of appeal may look at it very differently, and the Supreme Court may very well look at this differently, because they may say it doesn't matter what the president says. We just look at the text. Some justices on the Supreme Court in other contexts have adopted this approach, and if they do that, the result may very well be different. But this is something that's going to play out over time. We don't have the answers right now.
Eric, thank you very much indeed. Eric Lisann there joining us from Washington.